Hey, good afternoon, second graders. Well, at least it's almost afternoon. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late with this, but I was helping another teacher with their computers in third grade. So we are ready to do some writing. Okay, so out of your Thursday folder, you will need this page here that says Author's Purpose. Okay, and we're going to do some writing on our Author's Purpose page. Okay. So make sure you get that out, and that is what we're going to use. Okay, on the Author's Purpose page, up at the top in the gray boxes, the first one here that says this P says persuade. Persuade, that's a big word, persuade. Then the middle one says inform, and it has a capital I there. Inform. And then the last one is entertain. That's that capital E, entertain. So we call this, another thing we can call this is author's pie. P-I-E. And that P-I-E stands for persuade, inform, entertain. Okay? And readers use this to figure out why the author has wrote something. And writers use this to determine what they want to write. Okay, what they want to write. So, we're going to talk about persuade first, this P. The P first, persuade. Persuade means that they are asking you to do it, to go and do it. So, maybe somebody has wrote a story about going to the beach. And so they're saying, the beach is beautiful. There's rocks, there's shells, there's seagulls, there's dolphins. You have to go see all these beautiful things there. He's persuading you to go to the beach. So, I want you to write to go or to do it in this top box. You may pause it so that you can do that. Go on and pause, and I want you to write to do it in the persuade box, because that's what persuade means, to do it. Okay, my next box we talked about says inform. Inform means to teach you. Inform means to teach. So maybe the writer is writing a story about how to make a sandcastle, or how to bake bread, or how to feed your cat. They're teaching you something. Okay, they're teaching you things to do. So the I for inform means to teach. So I want you to write teach in that box. Go on and pause, and then write teach in that box. Okay, the next one says entertain. That's my E. Entertain. Entertain means to make you laugh, like the Henry and Mudge story, or the pigeon gets on the bus story. Something that we read. AJ makes us laugh. So that makes us laugh. Entertain makes us laugh. So I want you to write laugh in that box. So pause and go on and write the word laugh. Okay, good job. Now, I have some books here, and we're going to decide if they go under persuade, inform, or entertain. Persuade is to do it, inform is to teach, and entertain is to laugh. So let's see here. I have a story called The Summer of Baseball Parks. And in this story, it's a grandpa and a little boy, and they are going to all these different parks to play, where they play baseball. And they're describing the parks, and they're saying how cool they are, and they talk about how people should go to see the different parks. So, this book would go under persuade, because it's telling us to do it. It's telling us to do it. So what I want you to do is I want you, in this box, we're going to write the word baseball because that book is about baseball. So I will show you how to spell that, the baseball, right there. So I want you to pause so you can write baseball in that box. Okay, I have another book. This book is titled The Moon. The Moon book tells us all about the moon, everything that we would want to know about the moon. Okay, how big it is, how many days it takes to go around the earth. It tells us all about it. So the moon book is teaching us. It's teaching us all about the moon. So it's going to inform us. It's giving us information. It's usually a true information. So in this box, we're going to write moon. Because that moon book is teaching us. Okay? Awesome. Pause so you can write moon. Okay, now I have a new book. It says, I can't, said the ant. I can't, said the ant. And this book is just a silly little book. It's got silly pictures and silly things in it. So this book is going to make us, you got it, it's going to make us laugh. I can't, says the ant. So we are going to write, I can't. In the entertain box, I can't. So you can go on and pause, and then you can write, I can't. Because that's an example of a book that's an I can't book. That makes me laugh. Okay. Hey, I have another book. This book is about the money. All about money. Everything you need to know about money. So, would this book be persuade to do it? Can you go do money? Would this book inform or to teach me about money? Or would this book just make me laugh and entertain? You got it. This book is teaching me. Yeah, it's teaching me about money. So, on our paper, right in this box, we're going to put money. Because that book teaches us about money. There it is. Money. So you can pause and you can write the word money. Okay. I have another book. Life in the Pond. Life in the Pond. This book teaches or tells me all about things in a pond. What's in a pond? What grows in a pond? What lives in a pond? So what do you think? Is this book persuading me to go do a pond? Is this book informing me or teaching me about a pond? Or is this book going to make me laugh, entertain? That's right. It's going to teach me. So we're going to write pond. Right there in the underneath inform. Pond. So you can pause and write the word pond. Okay, I have another book. All kinds of music. All kinds of music. What do you think this one might be? All kinds of music. Yeah. This one's also a teaching book. This book is going to teach me about music. I don't have any more spaces, so I'm not going to write it, but that's a book that teaches me about music. Hey, I have another book. This book is called String Bean's Trip to Shining Sea. Okay? And this book has little letters that String Bean writes to his parents and to his grandpa, telling him all about going across the United States. And as he writes, he's telling them about the places he sees and saying how neat they are. So, what do you think? Is this book asking us to do it? Is it teaching us? Or is it just making us laugh? You got it. It's teaching us about the United States. So, we're going to put the word trip. Trip. Because String Bean's Trip book is trying to tell us to go do it. Go visit these places. Go everywhere you can go. You may pause it and write the word trip. Okay. I have another book. My Weird School. Teamwork Trouble. AJ. What do you think? Is this telling me to go be AJ? Is this teaching me something? Or is this just making me laugh? You got it. It's making me laugh. So, I'm going to write Weird School in the laugh column under this Weird School, because the Weird School books make us laugh. It entertains us. It entertains us. Hey, you may pause, so you may write that. Okay, I have one more book. Grandpa, Grandpa. And this is a story about a little boy and his grandpa, or I'm sorry, a little girl and his grandpa. And they go around and they do lots of different things. A fun day with Grandpa. Grandpa, Grandpa. Okay, do you think it's telling us to be Grandpa? Is it teaching us about Grandpa? Or is it making us laugh? That's right, it's going to make us laugh. Grandpa, Grandpa. Okay, so I'm going to write Grandpa, Grandpa, right here, that entertains us, to make us laugh. Okay, I'm going to go back to my music book. Here's the music book. Now, along with teaching us about the instruments, it's also trying to tell us that we should try these instruments. So this book has two reasons. So if they're trying to tell us to try to play the instruments, they're trying to persuade us to do something. Persuade. So we're going to put music down here. Okay? They're persuading us to do music. Music. Down here at the bottom. Music. Okay? Very good. So you may pause it and you may write music. And then your whole board is filled in with examples for the writer's purpose or the author's purpose. It's why did the author write the story? Okay? Persuade, to get us to do it. Inform, to teach us. Entertain, to make us laugh. Okay, on the back side, if you could turn to your back side of your paper, we're going to write this in a different way, and this is a way that I like for second graders to kind of look at this, okay? So, on the back of your paper, I want you to make a big circle, just like this, a big circle, okay? Go on and draw a big circle. And this is our pie. This is our pie. And we're going to cut this pie into 3 parts. So, I will show you how to make this into 3 parts. I drew a line from the top, kind of down to the middle, right here. And then I went from the middle to the sides, to each side. And now I have 3 parts to my pie. 3 parts to my pie. Go on and pause and draw your pie to look like this. Awesome. Now, in the first pie, we're going to put that big P, which means to persuade. That means to persuade. So put a P in that big spot. And then underneath of it, you're gonna write to do it. Persuade. To do it. So go on and make that part of your pie. And this is how Mrs. Patterson will teach the pie method to you. You can you can pause yourself to do it. Okay, in the next section over here, we're going to make that I. We're going to make that big I. So draw a big I in that section. And then underneath that, we're going to write teach. Because that's what I means. Inform means teach. So go on and pause. Write that I and the word teach. Okay, we have one more section. We're going to put that E in the bottom. We're going to put that E in the bottom. So go on and make that E in the bottom. Okay? And then E, entertain, makes us laugh. So we're going to write the word laugh again. Okay? Laugh. And E, entertains. So when we talk about pie in classroom, about our stories, why we wrote that story or why the author wrote that story, I could say, did the author do the P, persuade, to ask us to do it? Did the author inform us, that I, to teach us? Or did the author E, to entertain, to make us laugh? And if we go back and we think about that Henry and Mudge story we read, he didn't ask us to go be a Mudge. They didn't teach us how to take care of Mudge. It just made us laugh. So Henry and Mudge story is a story that entertains us and makes us laugh. Okay, well, that is a good job for your writing for the day. I will talk to you later.